Gabby Petito. Analysis. Many of you, particularly in the United States, will be familiar with the case involving Gabby Petito. She recently disappeared, and the search for her has ended since the remains of the 22-year-old who disappeared while on a trip exploring national parks with her fiancé were recovered in Wyoming's Bridgeton National Forest, and a coroner on Tuesday made an initial determination that she died by homicide. Now, the FBI is asking for the public's help in finding her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, who has eluded authorities since returning to Florida without Miss Petito on September the 1st. The search for Laundrie was set to resume at 8 a.m. Wednesday at a Florida nature reserve, as new tips emerged about his previous movements. Petito's remains were found on Sunday in an undeveloped camping area in the National Forest, according to officials. She was first reported missing by her family on September the 11th, after Laundrie returned home from the road trip without her on September the 1st. In a series of videos on TikTok, one woman said that she and her boyfriend gave Laundrie a ride on August 29th in Wyoming, and that he claimed he was camping by himself for multiple days while Petito was back at their van, working on social media posts. Miranda Baker said that they had picked up Laundrie while he was hitchhiking in Coulter Bay, Wyoming, which is not far from where Petito's remains were found. He offered to pay $200 for the ride before he even got in the car, she said. The FBI stated that the agency would like information from anyone who may have had contact with Petito or Laundrie, or who visited the Spread Cheek dispersed camping area in the National Forest between August the 27th to the 30th, or may have seen their vehicle. In the days since she was reported missing, Petito's story has become something of a national obsession for many, spurring digital detectives to comb through the couple's online trail to try to solve the case. The Petito family attorney, Richard Benson Stafford, in a statement obtained by the News, said the family needed time to grieve and that they will release a statement when Gabby is home. Baker, in her TikTok videos, said that when Laundrie found out she and her boyfriend were going to Jackson Hole instead of Jackson, he got agitated, asked that the vehicle stop, and got out near the Jackson Dam. She said they dropped him off less than 30 minutes after picking him up. Baker said that she has spoken to law enforcement about the interaction with Laundrie. Northport Police confirmed to CNN that Baker spoke with the department before posting the videos on TikTok. Her account is plausible, it appears, Northport Police spokesman Josh Taylor said. CNN has not been able to independently verify Baker's claims, and the FBI has not returned requests for comment. The search for Laundrie continued on Tuesday at a Florida nature reserve, where his parents reportedly said he indicated he was going last week. Laundrie's parents told investigators he left their home in Northport with a backpack September the 14th to go to the T. Mabry Carlton Jr. Memorial Reserve near Venice. A weekend ground search and aerial search Monday of the 25,000-acre preserve has yet to yield any answers, but we must press on, a Northport policeman said. Police indicated the search picked up Tuesday in a different part of the reserve. It concluded Tuesday evening around sundown and will resume on Wednesday. Before his parents told police Laundrie left the home on September 14th, he had refused to talk to investigators, and the family had directed them to their attorney, on the basis that it is a suspected homicide. Naturally, Mr. Laundrie is a considerable person of interest. But what is known about the relationship between him and Gabby Petito? Evidence has emerged suggesting that there was tension between the couple. A man who saw the domestic dispute between Petito and Laundrie in Utah last month said they were talking aggressively at each other and something seemed off. In a handwritten sworn statement, The witness, named Chris, whose last name was redacted in the document provided by Moab City Police, said it appeared that the two were arguing over Petito's phone and control of it. At one point, she was punching him in the arm and or face and trying to get into the van. The witness said he heard Petito say, "Why do you have to be so mean?" There is also a 911 recording of the incident in Moab on August 12th when police confronted the pair. In the recording from the Grand County Sheriff's Office, a caller reported what he called a domestic dispute between a couple. "We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl," the caller says. "Then we stopped, they ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off." Before Petito disappeared, her conversations with her mother appeared to reveal she had more and more tension with Laundrie, according to a police affidavit for a search warrant of an external hard drive found in the couple's van. Petito sent multiple text messages and had many talks with her mother during her trip, Florida police wrote in an application filed last week. On August 27, Petito's mother received one last communication from her daughter, which she called an odd text, the affidavit says. The message read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." Because the text message referred to Petito's grandfather as Stan, her mother was concerned that something was wrong, the warrant states. Following that text message, Petito's phone was no longer operational, and she stopped posting anything on social media about their trip. One more text came on August 30th that read, "No service in Yosemite," but her family doubts that she actually wrote it. This information demonstrates that there was, at the very minimum, something of a fractious relationship between Miss Petito and her fiancé. And there is body cam footage released where the police were involved, pulling over Miss Petito and Mr. Laundrie in their car. I am going to analyse that body cam footage for the purposes of determining what is Mr. Laundrie. This isn't to determine whether he is guilty of the murder, as is suspected, of Miss Petito, but rather, given the information that has been provided and the content of that body cam footage, what are we dealing with here in terms of Mr. Laundrie? What type of person is he? And is he a narcissist? And if so, is he one of the narcissists that has killed? Has he the potential for doing so? And if so, why would he? What would be the motivation? Join me in a detailed analysis of the body cam footage so that you can understand more about the responses and reactions of Gabby Petito and, moreover, the responses and reactions of Mr. Laundrie, seen through the lens of the determination as to what is actually occurring. Is it the case that this is a narcissist? Is it the case that this is a narcissist who has killed, or is something else at play? Join me, H.G. Tudor, as I bring my expert analysis to bear upon the footage so that you can increase your own understanding and to aid you in your own observations about what is proving to many to be a compelling case. The analysis will follow shortly. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.